Hello everybody, my name is Zelinator and welcome back to Minecraft Across the 360. What are we looking for? We are looking for the Silk Touch pickaxe because we have cleaning to do. I spent some time working on enchanting and combining tools. You can see the anvil starting to get a beating over here. Now the Silk Touch pickaxe is not doing too well, and so I think the solution is... Oh, wait a minute. I don't even have... Hold on, I realized we ran out of wood. Just kidding. Well, anyway, I was gonna say, I think the Silk Touch book we have is going to work best on another pickaxe. And so I've realized that this is efficiency 4, plus another efficiency 4. I might put the book... Well, you know what? Nah, I'll probably... Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, I haven't decided. But yeah, I think the Silk Touch works best on a pickaxe because of how much digging we need to do for the apartment complex. Yeah, I kind of forgot that we ran out of oak wood, and I was supposed to chop down more. Oops. So, I guess we'll work on that for now. Dooba-doop. There's also supposed to be a bug with powered rails on a slope when powered, but they look fine to me. I don't know. Oh well. There's supposed to be a bug that I think gets fixed in the next version. Unless it got fixed in this version and I missed it. Oh well, too late. But yeah, we're going to go tree chopping. In fact, I think we'll chop down the annoying poofy trees that I kind of don't want to, but I know I should. Dooba-doop. So yeah, we'll see if we come up with another top of the world build before the end of the series. Because I want the apartment complex to do that. But at the same time, it's going to be a little absurd, the size of it, if I do go through with my likely plan of making it go. Once it reaches the top of the world, we build another hallway. So we have the hallway on the ground floor. It'd be another hallway on the... No, can I make that? So it'd be another hallway on top, if that makes sense. So a hallway on the bottom floor and a hallway on the top floor. There we go. Oh my gosh, really? I have the speed boost right now from the bacon. There we go. Aha! I was able to Halo reach that. Yeah, I'm now realizing TU73, there's only 2 more versions after this. So we got TU74 tomorrow. Well, technically modified, just like TU68. TU68 and TU74 we only have modified versions. And TU33, I think. Yeah, I want to say this one, 74 and 68, those were both, dooba-doop. I was told to delay my stream because a big something, big version, big beta 1.2 version going on. You know, I might mirror it. Oh wait, hold on. What if I did like half and half? If I'm just gonna be tree chopping all of today, I could provide a live commentary reaction, but then I'd have to get it on stream and sort it out. Hey, how does this work when it's like half and half mode? Can I even do that with this window? Oh, that's small. Oh yeah, this'll work. Alright. I guess today's going to be an interesting episode. Omni Archive's not gonna mind if I split the stuff, right? Like, y'all can't tell me half an hour before my stream, delay my stream, because this is important. I don't know, we'll see. Dooba-doob. Oh well, it's over on Twitch, so I guess those y'all looking for regular content. Who knows what's going to happen? Dooba-doop. Yeah, we have another half an hour until the big premiere or whatever. We'll see whatever happens. Yeah, we'll call it live reaction. Yeah. I don't know how many of my reaction videos are public. I've done more than I wanted, but the vast majority of them are enlisted. In fact, I think by now every one of them is enlisted, other than my own personal reaction videos, like reacting to the first episode of Minecraft Nostalgia with subtitles. That was really funny because I don't remember when I did that. It was either 2017 or 2018. And the auto-generated subtitles for that video are terrible, but they're funny. At least they were at the time. I don't know if YouTube ever fixed them. Yeah, honestly, since we're not gonna do much important, I think it's fine if we just casually have the other thingy going. I'm sure my whole primary monitor, so if I could just organize them, we'll go from there. But I would need to have the gameplay on top of the video. I might just whip out the YouTube page, have that be full screen, and then have the game smaller. Oh wait, the game doesn't need to be on top. Well, okay, it probably should. I need to see what I'm doing. Why do I have a leaf? Oh, this has Silk Touch. I forgot you could use Silk Touch on leaf blocks. Which is kind of redundant because you could use shears, and shears are so much cheaper than a Silk Touch axe. Yeah, we'll go for a reaction stream. I'm whipping out that Why Not Both commercial, so we'll see how much I pay attention and how much stuff goes on. Yeah, this will be interesting. Too late. I'm not gonna miss out on the all the fans who want to watch this, and since I already started, I don't want to cut it short. Even though I will say we're only 7 minutes into this. If I just did it later, I feel like it's going to be extremely underwhelming. Like, it's cool. I'm pretty sure it's going to be cool. But the showcase, from my own perspective, is going to be underwhelming. There's a joke going around, or there have been jokes going around forever about Omni Archive asking Notch directly for versions. I can't tell if they were being serious when it happened this time because of how many jokes about it. But like, that might have happened. Well, either way, it's already a public announcement, so I'm gonna talk about it 20 minutes before the whatever the showcase video is. Watch it and react on stream. Doob-a-doop. Doob-a-doob-a-doop. Yeah, I guess y'all are gonna get a live reaction. So I'll whip out the video probably a minute or two before it starts. It's supposed to be at the half hour mark, so maybe at 28. Maybe at 28, I'll pull up the video. I can't tell if it's like a live stream or if it's a premiere because it has a time set. I want to say it's a live stream though. I think you could schedule live streams on Tube. I got used to people scheduling premieres, and so that was my immediate thought. And I figured, well, if it's just a pre-recorded video, I'll watch it later. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. If for some reason, like, I get pulled into this, I doubt it'll happen. But if for some reason I get pulled into the whatever the chaos that's likely going to ensue, then we'll see what happens. We'll see if this becomes more than just a Minecraft across the 360 video. Well, about 20 or 30 people actively watch these. And there's only 2 or 3 people who watch live, so we'll see I doubt too many people are gonna be disappointed. Doo-ba-doop. I'm kind of want there to be daytime. I'm thinking about catching some Z's, but equally so. Now's my chance to put down more torches. You know what? I just realized I should have lit up the world more back in TU68, because now there's phantoms to deal with. So if I want to take my time lighting up as much of the world as possible at night, if I do it 3 nights in a row, there are going to be bad guys flying from the sky. I'm looking around though. I guess I did get most of this mountain. It must have been when I was working on the minecart track. And why are there so many rabbits? Are they multiplying as quickly as rabbits in the real world? Yeah, we need a lot of oak wood, and y'all saw how many stacks of oak wood was it? I want to say it was 3 or 4. I can't remember how much oak wood, but I just zoomed through all of that with two different days of working on the apartment complex. All that wood gone just like that. So we're gonna be collecting wood for a while. Autosave activate. Pew pew pew. Doo-ba-doop. Any other logs in here? I can't tell because of the shading. The logs go dark. One thing I realized, I was playing 1.21 because I'm updating the Magiri-Galka map I've been working on. I updated it from 1.16.5 to 1.21. So far, just about everything worked except for the language for the records. I know I renamed the records because I had a few custom ones added, which I don't think are necessary anymore because now we can have, now we're able to, I think, use data packs to add custom records as of recently, one of the 1.21 snapshots. Well, anyway, I was working on updating the world and stuff, and the server, and all my client mods. Well, I'm missing a dynamic surroundings, but other than that, I have the other important ones going. We'll just wait and see. Where's I going with that? So I was working on updating the world to 1.21. That way we can take advantage of all the new blocks and whatnot. And on there, I noticed leaf rendering. I think it renders every leaf face in there. Howdy Zeb, welcome back to the stream. Since I don't think you were here 10 minutes ago, there might be a surprise today in about 15 minutes. And this might become a half reaction stream. I'll say half because I still want to keep playing. I need tree chopping, and if it's going to be boring just chopping down all these trees, of which I will say it already is. All this boring wood collection. So we might have that on. Yes, really, because I was told it'll be a showcase of the version, but like, dude, honestly, delay your stream. This is something very special. And so there's a video coming out in about 15 minutes from now, real time, for a live stream going on, hosted by Omni Archive. And I was told delay my stream because it's that important. So we're gonna do both, since tree chopping doesn't take much brain power. I can multitask. Doo-ba-doop. Can't tell if I got all the wood from that one or not. Or if the leaves are a little close to this tree. Oh well. Doo-ba-doop. Here's the thing, I feel like it's going to be underwhelming to me personally, outside of it being a cool find. But I was told, it feels like an April Fool's version, and I don't know how to think of that. So we're gonna have to wait and see. Are we talking the RV update back around 1.9? What was that, 2016, I think? Because that was shortly after the 1.9 update. Or are we talking like 2.0 status? No, it's not. Well, it's not a April Fool's version, I don't think, but that's the feeling of it. It's the way it's described. We'll just need to wait and see. So yeah, a new version was found, and there will be a showcase of that on the OmniArchive YouTube channel. Of course, anyone who's watching this after this video goes up on my channel, the video was. I just gotta think about all the people, all the viewers, even though 20 to 30 people watch these. Unless for some reason one of the videos skyrockets in popularity. One of the recent episodes on here, I want to say it had 200 and something views. I don't know where those people came from, but I'm not going to complain. I think new versions will ever so slowly continue to be found for a long time. Like, eventually, we will run out of everything just because the hardware it's sitting on is no longer around. Many computers have been lost and gotten rid of over the past 15 years, which is why there's a lot of versions that no longer exist. One of these days, I'd like to go to a electronic device junkyard or something, try to find computers, pull out the hard drives, and see if there are Minecraft versions on there. But the chances of that are pretty low, because for the hardware we would need, it'd have to be old. So that means I wouldn't find it laying on top, it'd already be buried. I'm pretty sure we're not going to find a Mojang member with all the missing versions, for the reason being a lot of the versions pre-Mojang, pre-Mojang's source control and all that stuff, which I think was December 2010 when that started going. So anything before 2011, we are likely to be missing out on. And there's not a lot of versions we have from 2011 and later that are still missing. We might be missing one of the 4 beta 1.3 uploads. I think there are 4 in total, and we had 2 or 3 of them. There are some Hat Films exclusive versions that we would like. We have a server for, I think it was beta 1.6 or 1.7. It was a custom pre-release server build for Hat Films so they can record the trailer for it. But we don't have the client. What else? I want to say there was a early release of the 2.0 April Fool's versions that were given out to a few YouTubers, and we weren't able to contact them yet. Something like that. But other than that, we have most versions from 2011 and ow! Haha, oops. Well, good. It is kind of funny, the whole 2 Minecon thingy. And so now that that's all public, I could talk about all that stuff. So it is interesting that in the 2 Minecon zip, it was 1.0, and there was one line changed. There was one reference to a variable that wasn't referenced that broke server authentication. That's a rabbit. And so that was the only thing fixed in in the full release of 1.0. And so it's kind of interesting. All this debate and whatnot, and all the theory crafting trying to find it, and it ended up being the absolutely most the most mundane thing of all time. It's cool to have. It's cool that it was acquired, but like the version itself, 4 or 5 characters, because it was var 12 or 16 or something like that, wasn't referenced, and so that broke server authentication, and that was it. The only difference. Oh, it's comedic to me, but alas, it's found. Everyone can sleep peacefully. There was probably only 2 versions of the 2 Minecon zip. I want to say the 360 version wasn't small enough to have fit inside that zip. But oh well. Maybe one day we'll find more pre-TU0 builds of the 360. But at that point, the circulation for who would have had that would have been really small. So that is less likely to acquire than Java releases that were fully public. I still theorize, I don't know if this was ever true, but I still theorize that the earliest versions of the 360 version were based on beta 1.5 and not beta 1.6. I can't test that. I don't have any proof for that. That's just, I feel like that's when it was officially sat down, they started working. Because beta 1.5 and beta 1.6 had a bunch of bug fixes, and because this is based on the Java edition, there were a bunch of bug fixes that were needed, primarily for the internal server, to make sure that the 360 version had multiplayer right from the beginning. And so, sure, we had to deal with the small, annoying internal server bugs this whole time, but a lot of the bigger stuff and other game-related important features had to be fixed and corrected and whatnot. I'm pretty sure it is written in C++, but it's still a port, whereas Pocket Edition was a completely new version. And the reason why I say that is because it feels like Java. A lot of the smaller bugs and, well, I won't say bugs, I'd say little quirks of how the gameplay is on here is that of Java. Not to mention seeds are almost entirely the same other than structures and whatnot. So yeah, unlike Pocket Edition, which was remade from the ground up, I think, the Legacy Console Edition, starting here with the 360, is a special port or modification. Probably wasn't modification. Probably had to be remade, but the way it plays is definitely not how you can tell Pocket Edition and later Bedrock plays. Yeah, then Bedrock did the completely replaced it. But oh well. Such is how it is. So yeah, it plays like Java, even down to the seeds, the broken seeds. You know, the ones where you can type in specific seeds and it'll give you the caves and ravines and whatnot repeat on specific axes, depending on the seed, for every chunk. So even that bug stuck around forever. There's another small bug. I can't remember. There's a small bug I remember. Oh, the X-ray glitch that I took advantage of earlier on in the series. Back when it still worked. Yeah, I utilized that as well. So it is pretty interesting. One thing I wish that happened though was I wish they fixed, or not fixed, I wish they brought over controller support to Java, because if they were able to get it going here on the 360, I wish they brought it over. Oh yeah, there's another thing with beta 1.6 that I was talking about with multiplayer is the Nether didn't work in multiplayer until beta 1.6. And another one of my theories is that the reason why it was fixed in beta 1.6 is because here on the 360, we needed multiplayer right from the start. Well, it wouldn't feel like Minecraft if it was missing half of its dimensions. And so it had to be fixed for Java 1.6. So that way, people on console could enjoy the Nether in multiplayer. Yeah, that's another theory, but that's another one of my why I feel like beta 1.6 fixed a bunch of bugs, is to make sure that the multiplayer aspect worked here on 360. I'm kind of surprised controller support isn't officially added yet. There's a lot of work that was done with the accessibility menu ever since 1.16 or so. I think 1.16 was the start of 1.16 or so was the start of accessibility and menu management just from the keyboard and whatnot. So I'm kind of surprised that there isn't official Java controller support yet. But then that means they'd have to update the chart on the website, which means only Bedrock has controller support. Or you could be like me, and what I did in the past was got a... what was it? It was Joy to Key I used, and that mapped the controller mappings to a keyboard and mouse. I tried that a little bit. It worked alright. I had a weird setup though, I will say. I was looking back at the buttons I used years later, see what the mappings I used, and oh boy, they did not make sense. You could tell I was a PC player because I didn't know what I was doing when I mapped the buttons. And so now that I've played console games after that, first-person console games after that, and then I was able to have better controls that are more standardized. But I didn't try it for very long. I want to say it was UMP around beta 1.9. And the reason why is because I used Joy to Key to have my jump button continually pressed. Because every time you jumped in beta 1.9, the first pre-release, you got XP. So I totally abused that for for a few hours. Just let the game keep jumping. Of course, I didn't know what level I was at until afterward. Yeah, I had, that's how I had, how many levels? I feel like it could have been something ridiculous, like 250, but I want to say it was closer to 80 levels, 80 or 90 levels that I had after all that jumping. I don't know, not important. A Steam controller wouldn't be so bad, but most other standard controllers are not the I would prefer not to use for regular first-person games. I wanted to pick up a Steam controller. They were doing a sale however many years ago, just selling off the last of the stock they had in inventory. And they sold it for, I want to say $5, because they were just trying to get rid of it. And it was bundled with the game, don't remember the game. Yeah, they were selling the last of their available Steam controllers for $5. It sold out very quickly. I did not get one. But they did the same thing with the Steam Link a couple of years before then. And my Steam Link came with Icy. Icy became one of my favorite games. I need to play it again because I haven't done so in a long time. But Icy is easily one of my favorite games to play. Oh yeah, it's time for that video. Here, let's Here, let's get someplace safe. For the stream or whatever's going on. Yeah, they were selling it for $5, normally 50. It was 90% off. And the reason was, like I said, they were just trying to clear out the inventory. They wanted to get rid of the Steam Links, probably to make way for the Steam Deck or something. Is this going to be loud? I might need to turn it down. That's loud. Alright, so we're going to keep this. How can I really could just full screen it, ignore the chat, and have the game be doop something like this. I can play on a tiny screen, right? Probably. There we go. So let's see how well this goes, shall we? Oh, I can't hide the taskbar when it's like this. Whatever. Alright, well, hopefully we don't miss too much. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of watching Minecraft Nostalgia on the PS3 I had going, and I was mirroring the PS3 screen to the thingy. Can I turn it up now? May 12th, 2011 test build. Hopefully I don't miss anything in the bottom right corner here. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn the game sounds down. I don't need Minecraft sounds right now. Oh, they finally fixed it. I don't know when they did, but on the 360, the game sounds for UI movements and like moving stuff in the inventory, that wasn't affected by the volume slider. I remember testing this a while ago, and it looks like they finally did it. I have no idea what they're doing right here. It's like they're trying to tell an AI how to build something. This is very strange. Yeah, okay, that was bothering me. This is the ultimate multitask. I think they are NPCs. That's why we were told this could be something special. They very well could be. At this point, I'm not going to deny it. This is so distracting though, having all that movement going on while I'm trying to play on the small screen down here. It's not too loud, right? I didn't have time to test, so we're just going to hope that the... Okay, I need to turn up the UI size. So we're going to hope that it's alright. Interface. I'm going to set that to a 2, or it could go all the way for 3. Oh, that's better. Hey, I could see again. Such a tiny screen. I wonder how long this is going to be. Hopefully it's not more than 2 hours. The text is still small. Okay, hold on, that might be too large, because now it's taking up stuff. Do you know what this reminds me of? Have you... Okay, I don't know how many of y'all watch, Phoenix SC's videos. You know there's a certain creator, I don't know who it is, but there's a certain creator who makes videos like, they press a button, they place one block, then out of nowhere all these Steves come up behind them and builds a bridge or build a house or carves out a tunnel in a mountain. This feels just like that, except it's not structured, it's all over the place. Yeah, this was a test build from May something, right? Yeah, May 12th, 2011 test build. Yeah, this is what it feels like, just not structured at all. So it's pretty interesting that we've come around full circle. Alright, cursor, you gotta go away. I'll just move it there, I guess. I don't know what Notch was testing. Yeah, this is very interesting. I don't know what they were going for. Now, I'm not well versed in Minecraft's experimental features and development history and whatnot, so I don't know if this was meant to be a some feature that was talked about before and never implemented. This kind of reminds me of what mod? There's a mod. It wasn't Clay Soldiers, I don't think. It was before then a little bit. There's a mod for around beta 1.3-ish, beta 1.4, and it was you could hire builders to do stuff for you. It wasn't just builders though. Howdy Ian, welcome back to the stream. I don't know what's going on other than we're currently watching a developer build of Minecraft beta 1.2 from May 2011, and it's some sort of NPC test. Some sort of automated NPC building test. I have no idea what they're doing though. That was an explosion. What are y'all doing? Oh! They... I wasn't expecting that, I'll be honest. So, once their job is done, they just go boom? Probably feels like it's switching between one player because it's not processing all of them at once. Yeah, they just explode. Do more of them spawn? Oh, there's more. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, and I don't know what the images they're trying to build. It's just doing its own thing right now. Okay, we're doing good on oak wood. There's a lot of wood, but this is only half our inventory. We have a lot of wood that still needs to be acquired. Oh, is that it? Is it over? Was that the fun little 7-minute test? It doesn't look... Okay, it does look random, I will say. But it was based on the same building materials. If we see the thingy again, then that's probably... Hold on, what does the chat say right now? Oh no, they're just restarting or something. Dooba-dooba-doop. I might keep that open for the chat, whatever's going on here. Oh, is this another one? Is this a different developer build? InfDev 2010-630. Unused coral block code from the previous build. Oh, no way, it's more than just beta 1.2? Heck yeah. Oh, those look like leaves. Is the color random? I wonder if there's a certain algorithm that generates the color. Because you could see in the hand it's just grayscale, like leaves were until beta 1.8. Because you weren't technically allowed to get leaves in your inventory until beta 1.8 with the introduction of creative. So I wonder if it's random or if there's an algorithm to it, kind of like flowers. Every flower and tall grass, there's a certain pattern to it. Maybe the settlements mod is what I'm thinking of. But there's a way to... There was an old mod for early to mid beta where you could hire people to do stuff for you. Wonder if that's the mod I'm thinking of. I wonder what the weird rendering is. It's kind of interesting. I want to know why they said it's 630 but using coral code from the previous build. I wonder if this coral code was in 629 or if there was a version between 629 and 630. I don't know. At that time, Notch was testing the offline client. Because before then, through versions 627 and earlier, InfDev and InDev Classic, all of that was online only. So he worked on the launcher and released it around June 29th. He also added stairs, along with other bug fixes and smaller things. Now that coral is kind of interesting. What is this? Man, we need the text at the bottom, but I have the taskbar there. Map test recreated using unused code. they planning on redoing bombs already? Yeah, I kind of want to keep this here. That way we could see the text at the bottom. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a button for this that I never use. Hold on, where is it? Where is theater mode? Oh, here it is. That's not much bigger. Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I never use theater mode. I don't know. I'm either full screen or I'm watching the small stuff. Hey, look, I know these people. I just now looked at the chat and saw what was going on. It's gonna be funny. Whoever watches my videos and also is watching this, they're gonna see their names pop up in the chat now. Yeah, I think I'm now satisfied because I wanted to keep the text at the bottom of the screen. Howdy. I'm currently playing Minecraft. You cannot join that. Single player world. And I'm watching a video, Omni Archive special event. You can see at the top, there's the URL. Hopefully that's readable. Bitrate should be good enough, and it's stationary text. It's not moving or anything. Thanks for watching. Release comes in a few minutes. Oh, is that it? I don't know what that map test was. But yeah, the NPC version was kind of interesting. And I want to know why we're now seeing the other code from the InfDev Coral. Yeah, that was interesting. I will say it is interesting stuff here, but yeah, the most important part was all the whatchamacalled. The NPC thing kind of looked automatic. All right, well that was fun while it lasted. Bye. All right, well back to my usual content. I didn't know how much there would be. This UI feels large again. All right, hold on. Now I gotta turn this back down. Yeah, it felt automatic. Like upon world load, they would just start and do their thing. Doo-ba-doop. But yeah, I wonder why now we're seeing the Coral code and not before, if we have those versions. This makes me think it comes from another build we didn't have before today. So the beta 1.2 thing, I saw a picture of that and I didn't know what was going on. Other than it looked like mobs carrying pickaxes doing something on their own. And then I was not expecting the Coral, and I'm not sure what the map was. And I don't think, yeah, if you're in the Omni Archive Discord server, time to see what's going on. They might build over structures if it's a pre-designed area. But at the same time, this was beta 1.2. We wouldn't get any official structures in the game, other than dungeons, which don't count. But we wouldn't get official structures in the game until beta 1.8. So this could have been an early concept for how we see structures. We would stumble upon an area of Steve's building something. If it's only upon world start, they might build over the structures. If we stick around long enough, the version will be publicly available. Yeah, I'm probably going to keep the Discord server open to see if there's an announcement for it. Mr. Sheeple is typing. Alright, let's see. It might be over an older version, because if it is from world build, or if it is from world spawn whenever you load it, and they instantly appear, then they probably would build anything over there. I feel like it would have been set coordinates, and they just would have gone there, just for testing purposes. And so it would be more dynamic in the future. It'd probably start farther from the player in newly generated chunks. But I think for what I would do if I am a developer, but not for Minecraft. What I would do if I was a Minecraft developer is to just start out at world spawn. That way it always occurs, and have a set location from spawn for them to go to. That way it's easy to test, and you know where to look, because you don't want to have a small chance and have it be somewhere random, because then you can't test it like that. That'll be for in the future when you know it works. Doo-doop. I almost kind of do wonder what would have happened if we did have it for UMP. Spawn was over by my tower, if you remember. I built the tower that went up to sea level, Y74. And yeah. The coral was interesting in terms of how dynamic the look of it was. One block that was applied a procedural color to it. Kind of interesting. We still don't have a block like that these days. Like I was saying, flowers and tall grass and whatnot has its location on the block. It's not always in the middle. Yeah, we don't have something colorfully dynamic like that. The coral wouldn't become anything. It took them years until 1.13 where we had 4 types of coral. Not something that complicated. Even though this was 2010 notch, it probably couldn't have been too complicated. Doo-doop. Yeah, it'll be interesting, assuming the coral version is going to be available. Yeah, assuming the coral version is going to be available. Okay, we have the beta 1.2. That's currently on the server if y'all want to play it now. Doo-ba-doop. I do see it. I have the Court of Dis open on the other monitor. So yeah, I wonder if the coral version will be available. Secret game mode that allows human mobs to build structures for purposes unknown. It contains many unused features from various points in development, or of development. I wonder if the version this is has a lot of that debug code that gets commented out and not included in final versions. Like, this is the definition of a developer build, where it has all the stuff that they've worked on before. And so this is a raw, include everything version. I wonder what they mean by game mode in terms of what happens. Well, you don't need to speculate anymore. The version is officially publicly available. I could talk about it all I want. It is available to the 8,000 something hundred people who's in the server right now. So yeah. Well, that was interesting because chopping down trees is most certainly not interesting. And sorry, Fireball, we're gonna have to get rid of you. Or I could just leave it. If I just leave these random floating logs, people will wonder why I have random floating logs. And only those who've seen the series will know. That's where the meteor came through. Hit the trees. The block ID would have been used up earlier than that. If this was InfDev 630, it could have turned into one of the redstone blocks in Alpha 1.0.1. Other than that, let's see, could have been any other block from Alpha 1.0. Cactus, sugar canes, I don't know. Doo-ba-doop. Yeah, it is an interesting version, I will say. Doo-ba-doop. Same version by getting the block ID and having it available as that. There's more announcements. I wonder if that's the coral build. I also want to know what the map is. I don't fully know what the map was showcasing. The biomes look like the usual beta biomes, so I'm not sure if there's something else I'm missing. Use code extracted from the dev build and placed into infdev using a mod. We did not also find a new infdev build. Okay, so that's where it came from. So the coral code, the reason why we haven't used that coral before was because of the build. Okay, I get it. What what they meant by saying from the previous build. So the previous build was at beta 1.21. How'd they know to put it in InfDev? That's what I want to understand. Doo-doo. Okay, so it is the same build. That's what I was thinking. It did look messy, but the builds that the Steves were working on looked similar. It looked the same general shape of the original screenshot I saw, as well as the what they were doing the several times. Doo-doo. I wonder how many people are going to ask for that Coral mod for InfDev. Not everyone in the server is a Java developer, myself included. The only problem is people are probably going to release that as... if they release it as a packaged version, people are probably going to pass that on as a official version. So we'll see. They could also release the mod as the mod, and then people who publish that as a jar would have to manually make the jar themselves. The Coral mod was not official. They took code from the beta 1.2 developer build that has code from different parts of history, different parts of the development history. But I want to know if or how it's all separated and they knew or they chose to put it in InfDev. I wonder if there's a reason for that. Let the speculations and the videos come out. I want to light up the area because the farther I go, the more darkness there is. From what it seems like, the beta 1.2 build is definitely available. It wouldn't be too destructive. If anything, they'll kind of just make a mess in a certain area for the Steves. Made a mess for the Steves, but other than that, it wouldn't cause too much damage to the world. Dooba-doop. Hold on, let me read this real fast. I'm trying to see if there's any insider information for me. Haha, shing, pushes up glasses. Currently nothing important. Yeah, it should be because the Coral code would have used an early ID. So because it was an early ID for it, unless it didn't have one and they manually gave it one. But yeah, other than that, they used an early ID, which meant it would have been something that came shortly after then. We'll replace Redstone. Wait a minute, you know what that means? Doesn't Redstone use the same ID as Gears? Wouldn't that mean that this replaces the Gears from right before that? Or am I crazy and something else happened? Am I remembering this right? Didn't the Gears and Redstone have the same block ID? Maybe that's how they were able to figure out when this came from, because it had the ID for Gears. So that's how they knew. Well, if that's the case, that would have solved my question of how did they know that code belonged in InfDev? Because going back from beta 1.2 all the way to InfDev, it felt, why? Why not just use beta 1.2? Well then, yeah, that's all that. Yeah, it would have been redstone dust because the dust is the block ID. The item ID, I think, was unused. But yeah, the block ID I thought was gears, and then it immediately became redstone. Gears were not removed, they were immediately replaced. But yeah, if this is the same block ID as redstone, then that means that could have been the in-between. That's assuming the block ID wasn't given it here for the demonstration. There have been times features and blocks have been worked on in the past and they weren't given block IDs. And so for people to get them usable in a playable format, mods were made to give them dedicated block IDs. Like the Cauldron. There's a mod for one of the beta 1.9 pre-releases where the Cauldron code was there, it didn't have a block ID. So a mod was made to give the Cauldron a block ID to be able to test it out and stuff. Alright, nom 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 nom. How are we doing? I'll probably chop down a few more trees, and then that'll be that. Yeah, good thing this wasn't an important stream, because I knew chopping down trees would be boring. And that gave us something to talk about. Yay! Development history speculation. Wonder how many people are jumping straight onto the wiki page adding it. Only the first person who was there, because when someone's editing a wiki page, it should lock it for everyone else. And I totally forgot to put the, thingy here. The ladder. My leg. I was supposed to put the ladder and I didn't. My fault. Do these still work? Oh, they do. Yeah, the windows, the drive-through windows. Because I'm old school, this Mixel's has 2 drive-through windows. I don't know how many people I've seen over the past decade or so, a lot of the drive-throughs going from 2 windows down to 1. I don't know if it's more economical or not. I have indirectly helped finding one version. I have directly found 4 or 5 versions, I think. So the one I indirectly helped find was Alpha 1.1.1, but that's because I helped with starting Omni Archive and all that stuff. And so all of that's a very indirect way. But I directly found Alpha 1.2.0 plane because the 1.2.0 plane in the official launcher is 1.2.0 underscore 02, and Mojang doesn't care enough to fix that. There were a few indevs that I acquired that I also directly contributed. I can't remember which ones. I think it was InchDev 630, not InchDev, sorry. What am I thinking? 130 InDev and 604, or sorry, 204. I can't remember. Anyway, so there were a few indevs. Then there was also the absolute dumb stroke of luck that I managed to have my original copy of 16W36A, the first upload. There were 3 uploads. The third upload was publicly available since Mojang continued to provide that. Then I provided the first original upload that had the broken text names. And then I want to say there was proof of a second upload, which meant the first re-upload. And I don't know if that was ever found. It might have been, but that would have been found after I provided the original upload. So yeah, the story for that is interesting because instead of finding an archive that I downloaded between 2013 and 2015, that was a version I played myself. And I forgot to get rid of the rabbit. So I played that myself and never played 13W36A again after that. So I was really jumping on the 1.7 snapshots at that time. I'm pretty sure that was the first 1.7 snapshot. And so 13W36A will always be special to me. And we are playing that original upload when I get to UMP. That will be the first version we will be playing because that has the broken Disco Mountain generation. Alright, is this the first rabbit? Hold on, can't remember. It is. Alright, I'll put it. I don't know. I need a meat chest. I have a lot of cooked meat right here. I guess I could put the bread and apples over here since these are good foods and they're not meats. I guess I'll put the rabbit down there. Still nothing? You could probably look around in either Omni Archive or Minecraft, I think, and see if other people talking about how to use it, or off topic. See how to get the versions to be playable. So I have my oak wood. What else? What else do we need? Oh yeah, the silk touch pickaxe, since we're going to get back to work on that now. We're done chopping trees. So I spent an hour and this is all the wood I got, but I know we're going to zoom through it. I don't know if it would be as easy as pressing a button. I feel like something would need to be enabled. So I need, what else? I guess it's just that. Oh wait, I'll need some cobblestone. Oh wait, I'll need stone. Never mind, I'll need stone directly. You know what? Here, before I leave, I'll grab some more torches. I feel like if the developer build is compiled how I think it is, something would need to be enabled in code to let that let the spawning happen. So everything I'm sure is in there, but it might not be accessible just like that. But I'll let you keep testing, see if you find around, ask around how it worked. We need, maybe I don't need anything. Oh yeah, I needed sticks, that's why I came down here. Too much thinking. Too much thinking is slowing down the gameplay, but the gameplay's already going slow as is. Oh yeah, did I finish cooking up that sand? I think I did. After the 9 stacks of sand yesterday, I'm pretty sure I put in another 9. Yep. Yup-a-doodle-doo. And now I need more coal. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doop. Stream's not frozen for me. I don't see any dropped frames. Is that all good for you? Doo-ba-doop. Yeah, look at all that glass. Okay, so if everything's good for you, then that's a problem on Ian's end. If I don't see anything, and everything's good for you, then yeah, that's Bitrate Monster is coming to your house today. He's hungry for them bits. I did not do what I was supposed to. Sticks. I have a whopping 10 sticks in my home chest. Hold up. Let me... That's not the wood chest. This one. We're not going to use oak wood because I need that. That's my primary building material for this. I guess I could go for birch. I could turn a bunch of this into sticks now, call it a day. Nope. Lightly tap it. Lightly tap. There we go. There we go. All these sticks should hopefully provide me plenty of usage for a while. Doo-ba-doop. There's some interesting conversations going on in the back rooms of Omni Archive. We'll need to wait and see if any of that gets public. There I go, plenty of sticks. So that will last me a while. Then I wanted to use these for more torches. There we go, one extra stack. Because it feels like I spent a lot of torches working on this apartment complex. And I think that's because it's 4 per room. It's 4 torches per room, which means 8 per hallway access. Oh yeah, I can turn the game sound back up. What was it at, 25? Totally forgot I was playing muted. I've said before, Minecraft is one of those games I can play muted and be totally fine. I'm gonna turn that back down on my end, because the video was a little quiet. Guess I'll then it should be all fine on there. So yeah, we're gonna keep going up. Yeah, I believe in you, Zeb. Ask around, search around. I'm sure someone's gonna figure it out and tell the public how to get the NPCs going. I wonder how long it lasts if you just let it play, because it looked like after a certain amount of time they just exploded, but then they came back right after. So I'm unsure. Is Betacraft about to get an update that enables this? You know how convenient that would be? Just Betacraft adds one of the flags. You know how it has the quick game flag or other stuff. I don't know, but it'd be very convenient if Betacraft had a flag for that. So that way you just turn that on and you don't have to do anything special. Just launch the version and it plays. I don't know. It feels like they went off around the same time. Yeah, no, that's a theory for another time. Yeah, totally forgot. Don't use that pickaxe. I needed this one. Wait, doesn't Betacraft use Java 8? Why do you need Java 5 or 1.5 or whatever the available version is? I think that's Java 5. Unless it's something else. I know the Betacraft 1 is kind of defunct for the time being. But there are updates for it. Oop. I know it was added to the Betacraft launcher because I'm pretty sure that's where the version would have been pulled from, would have gone from the Omni Archive vault, and so would have been uploaded there immediately after it was made available to the public. Let's go this way, pick up some more stone because I need it to build. Good part is we have the next 50 minutes or so for you to figure out as much as you can for me to figure out whether or not I want to check this out on my own time afterward. Because right now, I'm not really feeling it. I will say, I was thinking one of these days, I don't know when, but I was thinking one day in the future of having a sort of add-on to UMP. I don't know how I'd pull it off. It'd be sort of like a half season, I guess. A half part where I play through the versions that were found after UMP was going. You gotta think back. I started the series in 2021, August 2021. By that time, there have been a few more versions that have been found. Nothing too special, it's not a lot, and I don't think anything major. A lot of re-uploads and whatnot. Howdy Paul, welcome back to the stream. But it would be interesting if I were to have a part of UMP that was dedicated to catching up on the versions I didn't play over the time frame. And then I would probably take that small form world and add it to UMP, but we'll see. I don't know. That would be a in the future. One of the logging in is all the people trying to log in. You know, the thousands of people who want to play this at the exact same time as you. Oh wait, the logging in button on Betacraft. I know what you're talking about. I don't know. Something stopped working. I noticed that recently as well. So that could just be a Betacraft issue. Paul, we're talking about a version that was found, a developer version of Beta 1.2, and it was added to Betacraft. Did you get the NPC stuff working, or did you launch the version? Oh, I forgot. Wait, no, I didn't forget to turn that stone. There's gravel there. While that's saving, let me mark this as red since that's not important. Let me also mark this as red probably. That's not important either. Alright. Boop boop. It auto puts you in the world when you launch. Interesting. Betacraft should be able to only play the versions it provides. Maybe it automatically puts you in that world in order to make sure this stuff. So that's why the seed was the same. I didn't know if they just happened to reuse the same seed. Here's a question. How does it handle pre-existing worlds? And does it properly save and quit? Because if it's locked down, then you'll have to figure stuff out, kind of like you have to get it to be normally playable like the Beta 1.3 PC Gamer demo. I skipped that on UMP because I didn't feel like getting the world all set up for the demo. I didn't need to play the PC Gamer demo. We weren't missing anything since we had a couple other... Oh! Ow. We had a couple other Beta 1.3s anyway. Does the world reset when you hop in again? Ow. Oh wait, this is already night 3. Oops, I should catch some Z's. Okay, it starts from the beginning, which means I guess it's not really polyworldable. Because all the save and quit functions. Huh. Do we happen to know what the seed is? Oh wait, here's a question. Does it even write to disk any files? That's a question. Did you make a new instance? Because if you made a new instance on Betacraft, then you can check the directory, open the saves folder. Oop. Oh, I thought I missed. Isn't the inventory key I? Okay, so yeah, if it makes a new instance, see if it generates any, well, we know it generates the world, but see if it saves anything to disk. I kind of want to know what the seed is. It's totally not an important seed at all, but it would be interesting. Can you press I? Does I change the inventory? Nope. Save is called secret level. Interesting. Does it have a level.dat and any region files inside? I'm unable to provide assistance, Paul. I know you said you've had Betacraft problems before. Are you successfully logged in? I don't even know if I'm successfully logged in still because I had the same logging in bug, but I don't know if that affected. Because I used Betacraft just fine a couple of weeks ago. There's probably just called secret level in the event that it leaked. Of course, it took them 13 years, but yeah, it's available now. Alright, let's see. So I want to clear out... Oh no, I missed some dirt. I want to clear this out because I know it's going to have to be empty eventually. But now I need to work on the walls. Oh, the dirt's over there. Doop-a-doop. Alright, we're all cleared out. Ready to start building. How much stone do I have? We'll start out with 1 stack and go from there. Inside the world file, so you have the saves directory. Open up the world folder, that I think is what you're saying when you say it's called secret level. And then look for the level.dat. Yeah, the level.dat file is what I'm asking for. Because that would have the seed inside. Four. We're gonna give this guy a nice big window because it saves me on stone brick, and if I get to save on stone brick, that will help in the long run. Because oh boy, this is going to be expensive. It's encrypted. NBT Explorer doesn't know how to open it. You have NBT Explorer, right? Doop. 4. Do. My leg. I still say that, but oh well. You opened it in Word? Yeah, it's gonna look like that. Do you use Word as your basic text editor? You don't even have Notepad or Notepad++? Oh boy. I say that as someone who doesn't have Word because I'm not paying for it and I don't feel like acquiring it any other way. Google Docs has been good enough other than I would like my local files, and Word it is local files. Oh well. Doop. But yeah, do you really use Word as your standard text editor? Doop. Even when I had Word on one of my older computers, I used WordPad for fancier stuff. I used Notepad for most things, and then WordPad when there's some sort of formatting to it. WordPad was alright, other than there were no page separations. It was able to supply basic formatting, though. So it worked whenever Notepad did not. And then eventually I got around to Notepad++ for anything that needed to be complicated. Oopsies. Okay, let's get these cleaned up. Alright, this room is done. Let's work on this one now. My leg. Should I put a window here? Nah, I don't think I will. This would only be a half window. I don't feel like carving out the rest of the mountain. You get no window. 5656295. I wonder if they typed that in manually, because that's a short seed. Usually seeds are longer than that when randomly generated, just because that's how the math works. So I wonder if they just typed in a random seed and set that to be hard-coded. But now we know. Now I know what to look for. It's probably not an important detail at all, but I just wanted to know the seed. How many region files are in there? I wonder if it only generates spawn chunks and anything after that is not saved. Or if it resets the whole level when you start again. Do you have MC Edit, an older version of it? If you have my conversion guide, then it's available in there. I know, a lot of questions. Alright, so let's plop that down, get the wall going. Oh, let's not walk off. Let's not walk off the edge there. Not on your new PC. You should totally download my old world conversion guide. It's it would be coming in handy right now, because then it has an old MC Edit version available that you could use to look at the chunks and see if it's totally fresh or anything. Did you talk about getting a new PC before? Because I can't remember. If you did, oops, I forgot. But now I know. I know because you just told me. Oops. Alright, let's try not to put anything on the torches. Ah, I needed that block. Come, get back here. Alright, there we go. We're done over here. Do I want to go up one more layer before working on the opposite side? Kinda do, kinda do. Hold on, is that here? Oh, that is here. Alright, well here. Before we begin, let's gather a little more stone. So this needs to be 3 blocks, but then the top one is paralogs. Oh yeah, I also need torches on between here. Oh wait, hold on, this needs to be stone as well. Oh wait, it's the little things I'm looking at that I think I need to do this. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to do this. Alright, well, last thing for sure is put down cobblestone. I think it goes across here. There we go. I think now we're all set. Alright, hopefully we have enough stone to go up one level. But looking at this, I feel like it's not. You could push the Steves because they're probably based on Mob and Monster. Monster and Mob were both Steves, and Mob was passive, but Monster was hostile. Got a basic Zombo AI and attacked you. Other than that, they both use the regular Steve skin. Oh, you can't punch them. They don't take damage. Hmm. So you can suffocate them. Interesting. These are some strange Steves we've got going on here. You can't punch anything. That's even stranger. Now the version's getting interesting. It's been interesting. It's been interesting ever since the big reveal. Oh, so only blocks. So they disable damage to other entities. Alright. I was going to say, did they just disable hit detection completely? Oh man, I'm gonna have to put something there. I guess I'll use dirt. There is no inventory. So they just disabled it. I wonder why they disabled the inventory. It's like you're playing survival test. Hey, this could be a challenge. How long do you last playing this version of Minecraft? Here's a question. You can't drop? Wow, it really is like survival test. I don't think you could drop anything in survival test. No. Were you? I can't remember. I know you could place stuff to clean it out. Do you want to wait around long enough until it turns to night to see if bad guys attack? And see what it's like? It is interesting, because this does feel like it's survival test, but not. So I don't know how well this would work for being a poly world, straight out of the box. However, this would work for an interesting challenge. So yeah, if you can't do damage directly to anything, you'd have to use fire or lava. And that could be a little bit of a challenge when you can't get buckets. If you can damage blocks, you would... I don't know. I don't know if there's a way. You'd have to find a surface dungeon. Oh, that's a question. Oh yeah, suffocation works as well, because you could bury them in sand and gravel. But yeah, if you could find a dungeon... Well, okay, never mind. That wouldn't help, because if there's no craft... Well, is there crafting? That is a question. The way to get you can't craft because you're not going to find any natural crafting tables. You can only find natural chests. If it's the same seed, then that means you'd be able to explore the seed, find where the nearest available dungeon is. This would be a very interesting challenge version. That's what it's feeling like right now. But I want to say it's almost playable. Okay, I was right. I thought the Steves respawned whenever they went boom. That's what it seemed like. Because in the video, every time they went boom, another one showed up. Have you figured out what makes them explode yet? It looked like a time limit thing, but I do not know for sure. Alright, we're getting low on stone. Hadoink. Aha! Excuse me, I need to clear all you out real fast. I'll do the same thing over here. Oh look, I can get a little more stone. Oop, my leg. Yeah, playing without an inventory is a challenge. Oh well, I would probably need to take the time and think about it on my own if I wanted to try to solve all the possibilities. But it's still beta 1.2. What is there to do? Just build your own little world, I guess. Well, without the ability to save, then it's a one and done challenge. Do you know what would be totally absurd, but technically possible? To the far lands! You'd have to keep the game open for 900 hours, but it's logically possible. The structure they're building is probably predefined in code. So unless you look at all of that, I'm unsure if you'll find it anywhere else. 3, 4. Oh, I need one more. Doop-a-doop. Yeah, I guess I'll just plop this down real fast. I kind of want to add it to the extra challenges list. Beta 1.2_02. Here's the hardest part about it. No beds. There are no beds. If you die, it's over. Oh yeah, how's the daytime progress? Any bad guys yet? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I need more stone, but I don't want to get more stone from there. I guess what we'll do is start carving out the rooms way down here, because I said I wanted rooms to be on this side and the first one on back side. Still noon. Okay, another 5 minutes. 5 minutes until the fun begins. Alright, so if that's done, then I guess we start here. Next, this will give us plenty of stone. All this stone is going to help with the finishing the rooms up there. Doop. Hold on, how do I have the torches down here? Okay, so it's a torch on every log post, and the log post separates like normal. Like, I forgot the planks are there on the side. Oop. Oh well. Alright. Oh wait, that means I need to go one more, because it's dark in here. I should set down the logs. Shine some light on the subject. I need to watch The Robinsons again. Soon. I say that, but there are a few other movies I need to watch. I wanted to get back to watching the Millennium Godzilla movies. I recently-ish saw 2000, so I think I'll not watch again and instead go to Mega Gears from 2000. Alright, is this all that? I guess so. I'll just finish up the rooms here to help pick up the goods. Doop-a-doop. And so after Mega Gears is going to be the interesting good time that I remember watching a lot back in the day, and that was GMK, Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, giant monsters, all out attack. I can't remember what the Japanese name is, but I'm going to hope it's not something as obnoxiously long as that in English. So that's why it's most Godzilla fans are just going to call it GMK, since that is so much easier to say. Oh, it still needs to go up one more, right? So let me plop this here. Is it getting close to being done? Do you know what it is so far? Is it some sort of pixel art? Because I can't really tell. Is all the scaffolding the planks? Oop, one more. It's only one Steve. Interesting. Huh. There's still more. Of course. The end is never the end. That's gravel, but I'll put the torch there for now. They were stuck inside their own scaffolding. You didn't watch them get buried, it just sort of happened. Yeah, this would make Minecraft feel very strange. I do not know what's going on. You know what would be cool? This ends up fully public, and over on Twitter, certain Mojang employees, whoever was around during the time, they said, "Oh, so this build came public, huh? Well, here's kind of what we were happening. We do scaffolding to remove the old." That's comedic. But yeah, it would be kind of cool if one of the Mojang employees from the time stands up and says what was going on. Every once in a while, Dinnerbone or Jeb will say something, answer someone's question about what was going on at the time. Sorry, Torch. I wonder if that Thanos meme is still getting referenced. Apparently, if you just did. Okay, yeah, sorry, Growl, you gotta go. Finally, lots of stone. This will help. I'll be able to finish the other side. How much longer do we have for today? 13 minutes. What's the current daytime progress, Zeb? Getting close to night yet? Oops. Oh well, I guess I just wasted one durability. Alright, cool. I figured it's been about 5 minutes, so I should ask again. We'll see if any bad guys go for them. Or if they only still attack the player. It'll be a learning process. I do wonder, if someone were to let this go for hours and hours and hours, what would happen at the end? If no bad guys spawn, then that will make the survival challenge slightly easier, because they wouldn't help with anything. All of them drop items, and with no inventory, items are completely useless. So they would just, and without the bad guys spawning, that would be less of a threat. And so that's all that. Well, if there are bad guys, then I guess that's that. Yeah, it's because you can't damage them directly. We wait and see what happens. Alright, so we're going to make another couple stacks of stone bricks. So yeah, that's what I was saying. This feels like a challenge. Wait, you can't drop anything. I realized if you end up picking up the items, that has taken up permanent residence in your hotbar. Is there one Steve again? Did they get buried in that scaffolding? I'm making sure all the hallways are good. Oh, they don't attack them. Well, that means they still only go for you. Are you able to position yourself between the Steves and a Skelly Bum and have the Skelly Bum attack? I would expect arrows to be able to deal damage to them, since we know they can take damage. Come on, place the block. Thank you. The coral is buried in code, and a mod was used to make it available within InfDev. That's what we saw in the video. So it's just another showcase of what was found inside the code for this version. We already know they can take damage because they take damage from suffocating, as we have learned. So I'm not surprised there. They're still a regular entity. Autosave, activate. Alright. And I think this room's just about done. Oh, you were trying to ask a question the first time. It seems like that's what the block ID. What it sounds like. You said you can't deal damage to any entities before, so I would expect you to not being able to damage these guys either. You just have to deal with them. Oops. I didn't mean to put that one there. You said you weren't able to attack the sheep earlier, so not attacking the Skelly Bum is consistent with that as well. Alright, so let's build all this. While we're here, how about we also build part of the floor? There's a simple solution to your problem. Do not produce any typos in the first place. Steve's probably do. If they're the regular mob, then they would have 20 points. I'm pretty sure Monster and Mob both had 20, just like the player. Oh yeah, I didn't finish the walls over here. Whoop. I forgot. Have you confirmed that they explode when their HP reaches 0 and not any other condition? Nope. I think I can do this. Yeah. Nighttime's approaching. I'll need to sleep soon. Should I put a window? Sure, we'll give them a window. Whoever ends up taking this room. More HP. If they have more HP, then they probably aren't exploding from lack of HP. I say probably because how much damage do they take? you would need to straight up count how many times they get hit multiple times to see if it's consistent. Because if it's not consistent, then it's another reason that causes them to explode. This is interesting, I say. There's never an easy solution, but I'll say if we did have all the answers in the first 2 hours of the build being public, it would get kind of stale rather quickly. There's fun in figuring out. I heard a trash truck. That's loud. Nope. How are we looking? I think this one's all complete, so now I can work on the roof. So this is why I needed all of this wood, because the hallway and the 2 rooms takes up around 2 stacks of planks. That means half a stack of logs every time I build a pair of these rooms. I don't know, that's rough math, but it is right around what averages to. I could count directly because it's 36. Well, I guess plus the 2, that means 38. 38 and 38, 76. And then the hallway is 14 blocks, I think. So that's 90. Okay, so it's not 2 stacks, it's less than that, it's 90. So a little less than a stack and a half, because a stack and a half would be 96. They probably... Okay, hold on. When you mean the, what blocks are you breaking? Is it just the scaffolding, or are you talking about the little design as well? Alright, let's see. We're all done here, we're all done here. The only thing we're missing is cobblestone in the front, but that can wait. So what we're going to do now is, I guess, finish up everything on this side. Okay, so in the design. Interesting. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They probably are focused on building the next part, and they don't think about the parts that you cleaned up, if that kind of makes sense. So they don't notice and don't care that you broke something, not until they perform the next check to see if they ever go back around to it. You could try asking Method if he cares. I feel like he wouldn't at this point, but you could always try. It hasn't changed my perspective of old Minecraft. This is the kind of cool stuff that we don't get to see usually, because we don't usually have developer builds. So this is the stuff that you would see in screenshots and low resolution videos for old Minecraft. But we would never get anything beyond that. But now, we have something. We have something from the non-public side of Minecraft, and so I think that is pretty cool. The inclusions are a little underwhelming. That's exactly what I was expecting, so there's no surprise there. But yeah, it's still a cool find nonetheless. Nope. I think we're all good. Back to digging. With all this stone, I'll be able to build more of the apartment complex on the opposite side. Either stay on the hard drives or they get overwritten. Or how much of this ended up being pushed to the source control and then never seen again. So I don't know if this is public. Well, I'm going to say it since it's not going to make much of a difference. This build didn't come from the main Minecraft branch. I want to say this build was the only version we have that has come from a development branch for Minecraft. So this was never going to be public in the first place. Oh yeah, the doorway. But we need to put the torch back. So yeah, I don't know if we have other versions, but I want to say this is the first one we have. Test Build 3 was public though. That was publicly available. We have a few in development versions, like the first beta 1.8 pre-release, but that was still public in terms of it was sent out to specific people. So that was still available. This one is a totally different, non-public, developer-only branch. The Steves are gone? What time? How long has the world been open? Because if it's been 20 minutes, then it's probably been a whole Minecraft day. But I don't know what in-game time it is for you. I haven't been watching. I guess technically the 2 Minecraft or the 2 Minecon build of 1.0 wasn't meant to be public, but at the same time the file was. Last 4 slots. Go, go, go. There's already an almost fully finished build. I wonder if that's part of how it was coded, how it was saved. Give them a starting point, I guess. If this is the first time it loads, then that means their little build there does get written to chunks. Did you ever get the, did you ever download my guide on your new computer and get MC Edit going? I know it's only been 20 minutes, 15, however long I asked. Yeah, our inventory is filling up with dirt and gravel that I do not need. We're gonna put this away before we keep working on the apartment complex. Oh, it's raining. Hello. It's whenever you open the game. Maybe it loads directly into memory from there. I would need to see it on my own, since I have all my necessary tools to dissect the world. But I'm streaming right now. If there's no world generated just from launching the game the first time, then it would need to go directly into memory. Unless, when you launch the game, it immediately writes to disk the world file. But I have my doubts about that. Oh yeah, I don't keep Flint in there anymore because I needed space. Alright, away we go. I don't remember what all the available things were. What blocks are there? The world would need to come from somewhere, which means it would need to be at least in code to begin with. Kind of like the beta 1.3 demo build. Demo world. I'm sure eventually someone who is able to take the time to fully dissect the code, I'm sure that'll be all that. Oh yeah, and all my flint. So now, cobblestone. I'll grab another stack of cobblestone because I need it. Might as well if I'm going to be putting down the front panels. Doop. Yeah, it's looking better, but without the logs, it definitely looks a little strange. Iron block, diamond door, oak planks, cobblestone, glass. The only one of those that's unobtainable are diamond ores, but that's because there was no silk touch or anything at the time. But it was still naturally generating. Oops, not here. So it's not super special. Doo-ba-doop-ba-doop. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, you can build it in a later version. You could build that legitimately as early as beta 1.8. Alright, with all the stone we have, let's head over to the other side and go from there. Oh no, there's a log in here I didn't pick up. I shouldn't have used that. Oops, my fault. Oh, there's two. Anyone else? I might, if you are able to send me a screenshot of the completed build, mainly because I don't know if I want to take the time to wait around for it to do its thing. I might, but if you want to send me a screenshot of the completed build, if you even still have the world open and running after all this time, past half hour, then that would do me good. But yeah, I would totally build that. That would be one of the first things I'd do. I'm not sure how much diamond ore I have, but I should have some touch on there. I'd be able to find diamond ore quickly. But yeah, when UMP returns, then that's totally something. Alright. Yeah, if you feel like waiting around again, then sure, go on ahead. Yeah, I'd like to see the completed version. And we have another 3 or 4 minutes left of this stream. Where am I going? Oh yeah, the end of the world. Or the end of the apartment. Does the scaffolding... The scaffolding... Yeah, the scaffolding will always be worked on, right? I don't know. It feels like it isn't. From what I remember of the video, I feel like it isn't, but I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll need to wait and see. It was probably dedicated to this seed for consistent testing. It's a common developer practice to limit randomized variables when testing stuff to make sure that it's constant. And I forgot to put wood there. Let's see, is that it? That might be. Alright, so let's fill this with stone. And then on top of this will need to be the planks. I think it goes there. Yeah, the midway point. I do have beta 1.2 chunks in UMP. I was planning on just putting this in the around Indevia Plateau, somewhere close to home. I didn't feel like putting it, or I don't feel like putting it somewhere up there. Boop. We'll see what I decide in however many months until then. Ancient monument, I guess. I wonder when the last time I visited that area was. Okay, so for this floor, I'll need to build it completely from scratch. So it is... Where to even begin? Guess we'll start with the room since that's easier. Or here, I know. Start with the gateway. Doop. I feel like there's some sort of pattern to it, and it is some sort of pixel art. But from what I saw, I really don't know what they were going for. I need to look at it from my own perspective. This was not, well, yes, this was before LCE, but this was not before. It was okay. It was before, but not by much. Pocket Edition. If someone wants to go to Google fast and tell me when Pocket Edition first released on the Xperia Play, that would give us a time frame. World creation at noon is 5 minutes. It's another 5 minutes until nighttime, because each day is about 10 minutes. Well, day to night is 10 minutes. Night back to day is another 10 minutes. Well, technically it's 10.5 to 9.5, but that's nuances. Oh, I realize it's already time. Yeah, hold on. Well, I started the walls, so now I need to finish the walls. Let's get this going. So yeah, start sharing your final thoughts now as I wrap up. Oop. Oh, I totally built these wrong. These walls are supposed to be in one, standing over these. Oops. Alright, well, we're gonna fix this up tomorrow. We're out of time today. So yeah, if you want to keep messing around and see if you can examine the world after it's been loaded a while, save and quit, and then open it up in a provided MC edit version, we can go from there. Yeah, that's all it for today. Thank you all for watching. Bye.